with the online learning team. Um, Today, we're going to be going over our fourth session in our Canvas training series for your fall preparation. This session is going to be going over editing assignment due dates, the no-show check-in tool, as well as double checking that you have the correct grading scheme set for your courses. As I said, this is the fourth part in our fall prep training series. We do have other sessions that are hosted by the other instructional technologists. So if you have attended those, great. If not, I highly encourage that you attend those as well. They are designed to help prep you as much as possible for the beginning of the fall semester. The training calendar was shared in the chat along with the sign-in sheet. So if you're looking for those training dates and times, that training calendar link will go ahead and share that with you. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and begin with introducing the rest of our instructional technologist team. As I said, my name is Steven Flores. Our very, very amazing leader, Jessica, is our leader of our instructional technologist team. Along with me are Jackie Sedbury, Desiree Jones, and Victoria Valdez. Jackie and Victoria being here with me today. And Larry, we will be posting the sign-in sheet periodically, so be on the lookout for that. But this is our instructional technologist team. We are here to support you, and our main goal, not just with this transition to Canvas, but in general, as long as we're here with you, is to promote quality learning experiences by providing you support. It's very important that we give the best, that we put our best foot forward when we're trying to instruct our students, and our way of helping you all do that is by providing as much support and as much quality support to you all as possible. That's why we're here today with this training, to get you all prepped so that way things can go as smoothly for you all and in turn the students. So with that said, the things that we're going to be talking about today, just want to touch on them again real quick. We are going to be talking about editing assignment due dates. So that means pushing dates forward, and then obviously showing you all how you can set dates back in case you need to go back when you push a date forward. We're going to be talking about bulk editing assignment dates. The check-in tool, I'll be showing you where you can find it in your courses, and I'll also be letting you know about our video resources that you can share with students in case they have questions about that or anything else regarding their Canvas experience. And then finally, I'll be showing you where to check for your grading scheme to make sure that your course is set to the correct grading scheme. So with that said, we can go ahead and begin. Yes, and I do see that the fall checklist was posted in the chat. Real quick, that fall checklist, it is a interactive PDF that I highly encourage you all check out. That checklist is going to give you a step-by-step guide on the different things that you should be checking off before the beginning of the semester. So please be sure to utilize that. It is interactive, so you can physically click on the boxes to check them off that you did them. And they also have interactive links that you can click on as well. So please make use of that checklist. Desiree Jones is the one who created that, and she did a great job on it. So I know it'll make her happy if you all are able to find some use out of it. But anyway, beginning, I'm on the portal. I'm just going to go over how to access Canvas in case some of y'all need a little bit of help with that. If you're on the portal like I am now, you can find Canvas by hovering your mouse over the Applications tab. And Canvas is the very first option that's on that list. So if you click on Canvas, it'll bring you to your Canvas dashboard. So now that we're here at the dashboard, as I said, we're going to be going over adjusting assignment due dates. So I'm going to go ahead and pick one of my courses that I have here on my dashboard to access my course. So assignment due dates, where do we find that? How do we get to the page to edit them? Well, to start off with, you'll want to check out your course navigation menu, which is this menu that's to the right of the global navigation. If your course looks like this and you don't have a menu, you'll need to click on the course navigation menu button, which is at the very top, the hamburger icon or the cake icon. However it helps you remember, it is this button right here. If you click on that, it will expand and collapse that course navigation menu. So as you can see, as I click on it, it expands it and it collapses it. This is your course navigation menu, as I said. Now, what we need to look for on here is the assignments link. For my course, it's right here towards the top. Every course is a little bit different since this navigation menu can be customized. So your assignments link might not be in the exact space mine is, but as long as you scroll down this menu, you should be able to find it. But we're going to go ahead and click on assignments. Now that we're on the assignments page, in order to get to the due date editor, at the very top right next to this blue assignment button is a little 3-dot menu, a little ellipses button that if I hover my mouse over it, it says assignment settings. If I click on that button, I get a little menu. And the very first option is edit assignment dates. So if I click on edit assignment dates, that brings me to the assignment date editor, where here I have my assignments listed, and I can begin editing my assignment due dates. Now, as an instructor, you may need to come in here to adjust your due dates. Obviously, if you're PBE, that's a little bit different since there are no set due dates in PBE. But if for any reason you need to come in here to check out a due date or just an availability date at that, you can do that here. Now, to begin, I want to talk about these columns here in this little table that we have here. Under title, we have the name of our assignments. Due at is the due date where we can set it, and available from and available until are the availability dates. So that time window that students will have to access the assignment. That's what these available from and available until columns are for. That's where you set that. Now, as you can see, I have a due date already set for one of my assignments as well as an available date. So I'm going to go ahead and go to another assignment. I'm just going to go ahead and pick this one that I have right down here, this essay assignment. And I'm going to go ahead and set a due date for it. In Canvas, this tool is very simple to use. We just need to go over to the right of our table here and just click on this little calendar icon that is within this little text field. And we'll get a little calendar that pops out that we can interact with and click on. So currently today is August 17th. If I need the assignment to be due, say, a full week from now, I simply need to go to a week later. And in this case, I would be picking the 24th of August. So as long as I click on that day, it automatically sets it to Wednesday, August 24th at 11:59 p.m. That's when the due date is set. Now for availability, we simply go to the cells right next to that. If I click on available from, if I want the assignment to be available starting today, for example, I can just simply click on the date today, which is the 17th. And then available until, if I want that to be available until the due date, I simply need to go to where I set my due date before, which was the 24th. And now I have those availabilities set. So now when students go into my course, they'll be able to see that starting today, they'll be able to access this essay assignment. And they have until next Wednesday, the 24th at 11:59 p.m. to turn it in. And that is also the time that the assignment is available. So after 11:59 p.m. Next week, they will no longer be able to access the assignment. So that's how you set that. But we need to save this so that way our settings are saved and that way we don't lose them and have to redo this. So at the very top right, we have a save button. If I click on that save button, there'll be a little progress bar that appears right here at the top left. That's letting me know the progress in which my due dates are being saved, which if we give it a little time there we go. So my assignment dates were saved successfully. Now that we've talked about what this main part of assignment due dates is, now I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can go ahead and sort, how you can sort your due dates in case you need to find specific assignments based off of a range. So the way that you would do that is with the select by date range tool, which is right here at the very top. You would utilize this if you need to sort through your assignments to find assignments that are scheduled to be available. So this available from, and excuse me, so this available from and available until section, you'll be able to filter out your assignment due dates by using this tool. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the little calendar icon here. And I want to be able to catch both of the assignments that I have due dates currently set for. So I'm going to go ahead and set the range from August 15th to start to August 24th. So that is my range that I'm going to be searching for assignments. And then I'm going to click on apply. As you can see, Canvas automatically selects both of those assignments for me to let me know that that those are what it found. So that's how you could go ahead and sort through your assignments. I don't have very many here, so that's why this tool might not be exactly super utilized for me in my course, but in your courses, I'm sure some of you have lots of assignments, quizzes, exams, things like that. So this tool will definitely be useful in helping you adjust those dates if you need to by selecting the range. But that's how that tool works. You simply type in the date range of the assignments that you want to have selected, and then Canvas will go ahead and select those for you. And that way you can go ahead and edit them. Another great way that you can utilize this select by date range option is if you need to push assignment due dates forward. For any reason at all, if you need to push an assignment due date forward, you can also select multiple assignments at once using the date range. So that's what I've done. I have these two selected. And now let me show you what I'm talking about with pushing dates forward in bulk. That's what it's called. We're pushing assignment dates in bulk. To do that, at the very top right, you can see that Canvas is letting me know I have two assignments selected. And right next to that text is a batch edit button. If I click on batch edit, I get this little window that comes out. The very first option is selected automatically for me to shift dates. And Canvas lets me know what this means. Shift dates is shifting due dates and assignment availability dates forward by a number of days. So you're not selecting an exact date by doing this. You're simply pushing the due date forward ahead from what you already have it set to. So right now, before I do that, we have due dates here that are August 23rd and August 24th. If I go back to this batch edit menu and say I want to shift this up a few days because something came up and it's requiring me to have to adjust my due dates, I have those assignments selected and say I need to move it forward, 3 days. You can use the up and down arrows to adjust how many days, or you could simply type in manually how many days you want to shift forward. And then in order to apply this, you simply need to click on OK. I do want to point out, though, that there is no way to shift dates back using this tool. So if you have a due date set and you need to shift it back, you'll need to go and manually change the due dates yourself utilizing that little table that we were looking at earlier. Batch edit dates will only move forward. It will not move back. So if you need to move back, you'll have to go in and manually adjust those due dates. I do want to point that out. Now, we're going back to shifting dates forward. I have my 3 days set. All I need to do is click on OK. And Canvas automatically adjusts that for me. It even adjusts the availability dates as well. that I had already set. So now my due date for this assignment at the top is now August 26th when it was the 23rd. The same goes for the assignment below. It's 27th instead of being the 24th. And my availability dates also shifted 3 days forward to match that new due date. So Canvas is very interactive and useful in doing that. Another thing you could do with the batch edit button is say your due dates are all kind of scrambled, or you'd rather just start off fresh because, for any reason you feel like you just need to redo your assignment due dates, right? If for any reason at all you need to do that, you can select multiple assignments using the select by date range or as you can see, there's little checkboxes here as well. You can manually check them off if you wanted to. I almost forgot to point that out. These little checkboxes, yes, you can click them to manually select them, or if you want to just select all of them, there's a little checkbox next to title up here that will select and deselect all of them. I almost forgot to point that out. But let me go ahead and apply this filter again and go to batch edit. So those due dates that I have currently selected for those assignments, when I click on remove dates, remove due dates and assignment availability dates. So all this tool is going to do is for those assignments that are selected, by default, we have due date selected. If we also want to change the availability, which more than likely we will need to change that, you'll want to select availability dates as well. When you click on OK here, Canvas clears that out for you. And now you have a clean slate to work with again, as far as removing those due dates and then re-adding them. So that's about all I wanted to touch base on with editing your assignment due dates. Does anyone have any questions about that? Yes, Mr. Price.
How do you make an exception for one student?
An exception, those are done through the grade book. If you need to go in and add an override, that would not be done in due dates. That would be done in the grade book.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on to showing y'all the no-show check-in tool. So I'm just going to go ahead and save before I leave because I want my changes to be saved. I'm just going to save my due dates, and then we'll go back to our home page, and then we'll get started with the no-show check-in tool. So to go back home, I click on the home link on my course navigation menu, and that brings me right back here. So what we want to go ahead and do now is cover the no-show check-in tool. So what we've done this semester is the no-show check-in tool has been added to live sections of the 22 fall courses as a module. And what that module looks like, if I click on modules real quick, what that module looks like is this right here. It's titled Course Check-in, and it has a single page in it that has the course check-in link. We ask that you do not alter this module in any way. So please do not change the name of the module or the name of the page link. Please don't resort it in your course. Please leave it towards the top like you see here, and please do not delete it. We are going to be utilizing the course check-in module this way, starting in the fall semester and going forward. So we want to make sure that it stays this way because we believe that this is a very simple way and very easy to understand for the students. When we tell them, please check into your course, the name of the module is course check-in, and so is the page link. So that's pretty straightforward. So again, please do not modify this module in any way, and please do not delete it. If you do not see it in any of your modules in your fall courses, please let us know, and we can go ahead and look into that for you. But it should be in the live sections for 22 fall as we speak. Jennifer, we will be still having the no-show check-in on the course navigation menu. That's something I'm going to be showcasing right now in a little bit. It's just I wanted to show you all what the course check-in module looks like. Change the title to free Xbox game card and they'll do it. Very true, James, very true. But unfortunately, this is how we have to have it. I am all for changing it to Xbox game card because that'll make me click on it too. But that's a good one. I like that. So this is the module. And as Jennifer Procopio was saying, it's also on the course navigation menu for this semester. So just how we have it here in modules, right here on my course navigation menu, I have the no-show check-in right here. It's either or, it's the same tool, but we do want to put emphasis on this module because it is brand new, and hopefully it'll make things a bit easier for the students to find, because this course navigation menu, it can be a little bit confusing on the eyes to look at. But it is going to be available this semester in the no-show check-in, link. It will be available in the course nav menu. But I just wanted to showcase where it is in the modules. Now, clicking on it, it functions the same way as it does in Moodle. So as an instructor, if you click on it and it's your course, you will see that this is the name of my course, my no-show check-ins, and then below are the list of students that have checked in. It's letting me know that I have one student that checked in, and it timestamps the day and time that they did it. So they checked in this past Monday at noon. When the students click on this, it'll tell them on the same page that they have checked in, and then that's pretty much it. So on the student side of it, they'll see this as well, but just you've successfully checked in, and then return to course by clicking on the return to course button. So that's clicking on it through modules. If I click on the no-show check-in link on the course navigation menu, it shows the same thing. So it is the same tool. Yeah, it's the same tool no matter how you click on it. So the students do have the option, if they find it in the course navigation menu, they can click it there. And if they find it in the module, they can click on it through the module. No way we can get them to make that list exportable. Currently, there is no export feature that I know of for the no-show check-in link. That's a great question, James. It's certainly something that I can take to my superiors to see what they think about that. But as of right now, I don't have an answer or a means to show you on how you can export the students that have checked in. So far, what we have is you can click on the link and you can go through the list to manually check who's checked in as far as your student roster. If you want to go through your roster and see who's checked in, clicking on the no-show link is currently the way that you would check it. There is no way to export this specifically. But like I said, I can ask around to see what my superiors think about that, and who knows. But that's basically it as far as what I wanted to cover with the no-show link. Does anyone have any questions about it? I agree, Jennifer. Easy enough. The students click it, they check in, and if we want to check, we click it and we can see their names. So yeah, it's easy enough in theory. I know sometimes we have students who struggle with this, but we're trying to make it as easy as possible for them. Now, I do want to point out that we have resources that we've created, including a how-to video for the students to check in to their courses. We'll share that link in a little bit to our online learning website, or if Victoria wants to drop it now, which there it is. We have Canvas tutorials for students on our online learning website. So if you have students that ask about how to check in, we are going to be posting a updated check-in video to our online learning website very soon, definitely before the semester starts. And it's just a how-to video that's a visual guide on how they can find the module to check in, as well as the check-in link on the course nav menu. So we do have a video resource to show them and to help guide them if they ask for it. But yes, is the course check-in module after the homepage? Yes, it is after the homepage. So right here we have the homepage and then course check-in. In the future, we're going to be putting more effort into, well, not more effort. It's because this course check-in module, the order of operations in which everything was implemented, right? So in the future, and in some courses currently, as long as we're able to touch each course, in the future we are going to have it by being the Start Here button. So currently, not all courses have it as the link for Start Here. So that's why in the course check-in video, we do show what it looks like when they click on modules, so that way they can see it that way. But going forward, and as much as we can for this semester, we are going to try to link it to the Start Here button, so that way when they click Start Here, it takes them automatically to that check-in. Yes, James, we are currently working on getting the video uploaded. So it will be available before the start of fall. As I said, it's a new video that we're currently implementing. So it might not be available currently at this very moment, but it will be for the students before the semester starts. Jennifer, as far as I know, the check-in should link directly to Colleague. It should be. It should be how that works. I don't have an exact answer for you, but in theory, that is how it should work. And yes, James, we do post our videos on YouTube because it usually is easier for our students to access it that way. But as Jackie's saying, it is also available in UJA. Does anyone else have any other questions about the no-show link? Okay, great. Now, real quick, to wrap things up, let's go ahead and show you where you can check your grading scheme. Now, before I get into it, I will say your grading schemes, they should all be fine. And in fact, it should be a rare occurrence when it is incorrect. But nevertheless, we want to make sure that your grading scheme is set correctly. Now, if your PBE, there is a separate grading scheme for both academic and technical courses. So when you check your grading scheme, you want to make sure that it reflects that. And if you're non-PBE, you just want to make sure that your grading scheme is set to a non-PBE grading scheme. So I've been talking about it. Let me show you where you can find it. On the course navigation menu, you'll want to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Just all the way down to the bottom. Make sure that you go all the way to the bottom. And the very last option there, it's kind of small. So, if you miss it, I understand, but it's at the very, very, very bottom. It's the settings link. If you click on settings, it brings you to the course details page in settings. On this page, we're going to want to scroll down. And right here, towards like that bottom third of the course details page is where you'll see grading scheme. And I'm highlighting that to hopefully make it as visible as possible for y'all. But grading scheme, that's what we're looking for. Your course should already have this checkbox checked off that says enable grading scheme. And to view it, you simply click on the link that says view grading scheme. That pops out this little menu. So my grading scheme in this course is currently set to non-PBE. So there's my range and everything. Everything looks good for me there because in my particular course, it's non-PBE. If you are PBE, just make sure that it reflects whether or not your program is academic or technical, which those will say PBE academic and PBE technical. But this is where you would make sure that that the grading scheme is correct. All we're asking is that you simply look at this just to ensure that it is correct. If for any reason it is not, please reach out utilizing the Canvas assistance request form. If somebody, Jackie or Victoria, could drop that in the chat. Please reach out utilizing that Canvas assistance request form to let us know that your grading scheme doesn't look quite right. You can also find the Canvas assistance request form by clicking on the little help button at the very bottom, that little question mark button on the global navigation menu. And underneath, search the Canvas guides is our Canvas support request form, our assistance request form, which I'll show you what that looks like real quick. This is what it looks like. So again, if you're having issues with your grading scheme not being set to the correct one, just reach out to us with this form. And this form is both for instructional technologists and instructional designer assistants. So you'll be able to touch base with your instructional designer using this form. This is how you would go ahead and do that. But that's it. That's all we're asking you to look at, if you can, when it comes to grading scheme. Just click on that little link and double check that for your program it's set correctly. And that's about all I wanted to cover with you all today. We'll keep the floor open for questions if you all have questions. If not, please enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for joining me this morning. But I'll stick around here for as long as someone is here, just to make sure we get any questions that are pending being asked answered. We are posting again in the chat our online tutorials, as well as a link to the survey that we have. Please, if you can, let us know how we did. It helps us better ourselves with these trainings. And in turn, it helps us educate you all more. That way you can better educate your students. Again, that goes back to our mission statement to provide as excellent a support experience for you all as possible. So that way, that in turn reflects on your students. But as I said, if no one has any other questions, thank you for your time this morning and enjoy the rest of your day. I will be here in case anybody has a pending question, but you all are free to go. Yes, thank you, Larry, and thank you, Deborah. I appreciate you.
I do have a question, not on stuff that, well, you sort of covered it. I asked earlier how to make an exception. You said it was done in the grade book.
Mhm.
Can you show me where that is? Or is that in a different module that I need to watch? Or so I've been to 4 modules and nobody's talked about that.
Okay, Victoria, you raised your hand. Is that something you wanted to touch on?
I was gonna invite Edward or Mr. Price to our sessions, the open lab sessions, because that's where we're gonna work one-on-one with any last or detailed questions that you have. And if you do want us to show you that, you can submit a request and we can help you make an exception.
Okay, explain that again.
So what Victoria was saying is we have open lab sessions next week. If you'd like to take your question to those sessions, or if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one, submit a Canvas assistance request, and we can go ahead and schedule something for you one-on-one that way, is what she was saying.
All right.
So you can either attend our open lab, or if you need that one-on-one beforehand, submit a request and we can schedule that for you.
Yeah, I'll have to submit a request. I'll be on vacation next week.
Okay. We'll be looking forward to that request then, sir.
Thank you.